Alright, so somebody tell my bedroom.com and share. Hi guys, here's my morning devotion pack. Here's my book. It says, tell John Bible times I will try. I will pray requests, pray the copy them. I will read them. I will pray my book. Then I will pray for them. Here's my pencil box. I have potato, compass, pen, pencil, glue, tape, arrows, scissors, color, glasses, and B erasers in here. Here's my notebook. I write down the present and some notes and Bible verses in here. Here's my pencil bag. I have my guys glue, tape, scissors, pencil, eraser, baby, the crown, coating, marker, paintbrush, permanent marker in here. Here's my Bible. Here's my pencil case. I have a hole punch, like good line, just like saving rainbow, staple, tape out, nothing else. The hole punch riddle. That way the baby, the red glue and duct tape in here. And here's my glasses. I need to put on to read because I'm old. Here's my bird. It's in the devotional donor grace for the moment. My son I bought one for $15. I opened my book. Day 1.1, May 2 morning, 5:266 Thursday. God knows you by name. I have written your name on my hand. Ezekiel 9:18. Quite a thought is not it. Your name on God's hand. Your name against God's lips. Maybe you have seen your name in some special places. I avoid a diploma, but to think that your name is on God's hands and on God's lips. Why could it be? Or perhaps you have never seen your name honored, and you cannot remember when you heard it spoken with kindness. If so, it may be more difficult for you to believe that God knows your name. But He does, right on His name in the hand, spoken by His mouth, whispered by His lips, your name. When God whispers your name, the question today, the question is, can you think of a time when your name was honored? How did you feel? How did it make you to know that your name is on God's hand? You can answer that question in the comment below. And the question asked me in the comment below. I will try to answer it in the comment below. Day 1, May 21 even, 5:266 Thursday. They cannot forget Him. This is the one whom God raised from the dead, and we will all witness to this at 2:32. We do not know where this was went. When we do not know where the different went when they built the garden, but we did not. But they took a memory. They took a hot, suffering memory of a man who called himself no less than caught in a flood. And they cannot get him out of their mind. They try as they might to lose him. in the crowd. They cannot forget him. If they saw any poor, they do his commandments. If they heard a song, they can remember the day he sight one. If they saw a child, but they every day he heard one. And if they saw a lamb, and if they saw a lamb being cried to the temple, they would remember his face streaked with blood in his eyes. They would know no one cannot forget him, and the result they came back. And as a result, the tours of the Lord began with a group of fighting men in the upper room. 6 hours one party. The question day, the question is, there's some things that made it possible for you to forget God. You can answer that question in the comment below. And the question asked me in the comment below, I will try to answer it in the comment below. That's all, folks. Have a good day. See you later. See you next time. See you next video. See you next time. Don't watch my video. Thank you for the video. Goodbye, bye, and I'm done. Ta-ta.